The Google Pixel Fold is only a few weeks away from being announced, and Google are set to tease the product next week. This is arguably one of the most anticipated devices being released this year, and for good reason. The Pixel Fold, from what we have seen so far, is going to be one of the best, if not the best looking foldable device on the market. But for me, there is one seriously important thing that's going to either make this just another cool product, or the first foldable I actually use as my daily driver. Let me explain. Now, I want to start off this video by saying it's thanks to John Prosser, his sources, and everybody else who works with him that we have as much information as we do on this product. The images and the specs spoken about in the video have been sourced from Front Page Tech, and the renders we are looking at now look amazing in my opinion. Something else that has only just been leaked is a video of the actual Pixel Fold. Now, if this really is the Pixel Fold, we are seeing it now for the first time in real life and not just in renders, and this is making me want the phone even more. Yesterday we were given a ton more information on this device from John, but the thing I was focusing most on was the camera. Now, I have used a foldable phone before, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, and this is an excellent device, and the engineering that has gone into making this phone is incredible. I appreciate that every single time I use the phone, and if it wasn't for one main thing, this phone would be my main device, and that main thing is the camera. Now, before I go into more detail, if you're someone who is interested in seeing more content on the Z Fold 4, then definitely subscribe to the channel because those videos will be coming very soon. Okay, so back to the Z Fold's camera. For me, I am constantly taking photos and videos. It is one of the main things I use my phone for, and so of course, I want the best camera system I can get in my pocket. Now, this has always been an iPhone for me up until recently when I decided to switch things up and move to the Pixel 7 Pro. Now, if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know I absolutely love the camera on the Google Pixel, and so my hope is that the image quality isn't subpar on the Pixel Fold the same way that it is on the Z Fold 4. Samsung have put their best camera system into the S23 Ultra, and whilst I understand why they have done that, it's just not something I can sacrifice on when choosing my next phone, and I'm sure many people feel the same way. Now, according to John, Pixel Fold is going to have a 48 megapixel main sensor on the back, paired with a 10.8 megapixel ultra wide lens and a matching 10.8 megapixel telephoto lens, which is going to be capable of 5 times optical zoom and 20 times super res zoom. On the front, there's going to be a 9.5 megapixel selfie camera. Now, whilst these specs sound decent, they're not an identical match to the 7 Pro, which means we're going to have to wait until the actual event and then the initial reviews to see how the camera system holds up. If I am going to spend $1,799 on a device, it needs to have it all, and that is apparently how much the Pixel Fold is going to cost. I love the idea of a folding phone, and I love the possibilities that come from having this kind of device, but I don't love it enough to sacrifice on standard features like the camera that have been available to me on current flagship devices. I am aware that folding devices have limited space, but hopefully Google can do something on the software side of things to allow the Fold to produce images and videos not too dissimilar to what we are seeing on the Google Pixel 7 Pro. The best phones nowadays are basically good at everything. Phones like the iPhone 14 Pro, the Google Pixel 7 Pro, the S23 Ultra. We need the same thing when it comes to foldables though, and I think that when that time comes, I'll be ready to start using a folding phone as my daily driver. I am hoping that that will happen with the Google Pixel Fold, and then that will mean that I will be pre-ordering on May the 10th. I do genuinely believe Google are going to nail the software side of things with this folding phone. It looks as though they have nailed the design, so yeah, the camera for me, that's the most important thing here, so let's wait and see. Before I end the video, if you haven't watched John Prosser's latest video on the Pixel Fold and you want a full rundown of all the specs we know about the phone so far, then I'll link to that video down in the description. And if you are a Pixel Fold fan and you're holding out for that device and you want to see lots of content around that phone, then like I said earlier, I will be pre-ordering as soon as possible. So definitely subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.